The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
In today's world, a lot of things affect the prices. Such was the answer coming from Wizz Air's corporate communications officer. Probably you have also noticed that Wizz Air tickets are not at all that affordable as they used to be. The Checkpoints decided to find out the main reason behind this trend. Zsazsa Trubek says that Wizz Air's policy to serve its customers affordable tickets stays unchanged. However, today, without raising the prices, it would be impossible to operate. More in Mariam Adamia's interview right now.
Zsazsa, thank you for your time and for an opportunity to speak with you. So my first question is about what is the pace in terms of passenger flow, and have people started traveling nowadays?
Yes, fortunately, we see great numbers. We are very happy to witness such an improvement in the number, in the passengers' numbers. We are actually preparing for a record number of passengers this summer. So we have very high expectations for our network overall. Also, people traveling from Georgia, we are almost back at the capacity we've been to before the pandemic, actually. So we have really high expectations. We are ramping up. We are flying to more destinations than ever before, even before the pandemic. We have more bases than ever before the pandemic again. So again, we are very happy to see this, to witness this change. It has been a very tough 2 years for our industry, for the whole of the industry, for all the people who couldn't travel. So we are very content to see this change, and we are expecting record number of passengers again. So that's a very happy summer ahead, as you see.
Okay, and I wanted to ask about the new destinations. Which new destinations will be added from Georgia for the nearest future?
Yes, unfortunately, this is something I can't disclose, but I can tell you that we are constantly monitoring the demand, and based on this demand, we are thinking about the new destinations always, and based on the demand, we are always thinking of new destinations. So it's not possible that we won't fly new destinations out from Georgia, but I can't disclose any new destinations until it's totally confirmed with the airport development team,
okay.
And of course within or from the leadership side. But I'm not sure if you heard, but we are actually bringing one new aircraft to our base in Georgia, and very soon, and with that one new aircraft, probably we are going to fly new routes. So that's a very happy announcement again, and you will learn from the new routes in due course when everything is confirmed. But I'm sure that passengers flying from and to Georgia will be satisfied with the options there.
But they say that the Wizz Air prices will no longer be as low and budget-friendly as they used to be. So is it true, and what is the reason, really?
Well, there are many things happening now that can influence prices. Obviously, there is the conflict here hanging in the air, and we have we are seeing the prices of fuels emerging, but I can't actually confirm that the prices will be higher at this point, because our policy is to offer affordable flying to most people. So this is still, and it's remaining our strategy and best interest to afford them these prices. So we do our best until the very last moment to keep these prices as low as possible. At some point, we also need to adjust, because we just can't keep the business going if we don't. So it may affect our pricing in the end, when we believe that we can't operate actually without raising the prices.
And what are the challenges in our country?
Yes, well, I'm not sure if we have Georgian specific challenges, but we have worldwide challenges, so to say. So obviously the Russian-Ukrainian conflict affects us all. It affects Georgia as well. Then we have COVID, which currently, as we see, is not affecting us as much as it has, which is very very good news. But then again, in the whole of our industry, we are facing challenges when it comes to labor shortages. So again, this is not something Georgian specific, but I believe we are facing very similar, or actually the very same challenges when it comes to Georgia, or when it comes to Hungary, or when it comes to the UK, or when it comes to Poland these days. I believe at this moment I can't really disclose any Georgian specific challenges, which is a good thing in one hand. On the other hand, there are these global challenges we are facing and which affect Georgian operation as well.
What is the main reason of cancelled flights? The company often named technical malfunctions. What is the reason, really?
Well, many things can be in the background.
Yes.
Technical malfunctions, sure, because otherwise we wouldn't state. When it comes to technical malfunctions, you can think of such things as bird strikes, for example, but we can have, just some aircraft that actually need service. We have industry-wide quite a big problem with the lack of air traffic controllers helping us, because obviously many left the industry during COVID, unfortunately, and as we are just ramping up, many of them haven't returned. So when we are lacking, for example, air traffic controllers, it means that flights are delayed, even though us or other airlines are prepared to fly. We cannot, because the air is just congested, and we cannot take off. Sometimes the weather conditions are not good enough for us to fly, or they are good, or like okay-ish to fly, but still flights are delayed. And then when we have a lot of delays, sometimes it ends up in cancellations as well. So many factors actually. And then I mentioned the labor shortages. So sometimes from time to time, in the whole of the industry. So this is not easy on us, to be honest, industry-wide. This is not something Wizz Air specific. This is something everyone experiences, all of the airlines, unfortunately, and we are just hoping to find a solution for that. And then everybody is hiring, we as well, but ground handlers are very much needed, and air traffic controllers are even more. So these are the things that actually cause delays and cancellations these days. And I also would like to emphasize or add that we are doing all our best, all we can, to avoid these delays and cancellations, because our interest and intention is always to provide a very nice flying experience with us.
And my last question is about Georgia. Do you consider that our country is an aviation hub, and does the country have the potential for that?
I believe that Georgia has very great potential, and this is what Wizz Air believes. We are believing that our first step in order to make Georgia an aviation hub is really to ramp up our operation in Georgia. So the first step is really to take back that aircraft in August, and then from then on to fly more routes, to have to connect Georgia with more countries possible. And I believe after doing that and succeeding that, and as we see there is a great demand for people travel to and from Georgia, we believe that Georgia actually can have the potential of becoming an aviation hub. in the region. So we are actually working on making Georgia being connected with most countries possible, with more countries than ever before. And hopefully our expectations are going to become true, and then we can make Georgia a bigger hub than ever before. So hopefully this is what we can witness in the very near future.
Thank you so much for an interview and very interesting information. I'm so glad that I have an opportunity to meet you and to speak with you, Zsazsa. So thank you.
Thank you, Mariam. Bye-bye.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.